This segment of DoD TV is brought to you by Muddy Outdoors. Your muddy moment starts at GoMuddy.com.
All right, I'm over here at Illinois Bricks, and I'm getting ready to build a blind tower for us to put a pop-up on. Today, I'm gonna do a video for DoD TV on how to build one of these platforms that we put the pop-up blinds on. Okay, I got my basic framework laid out back here. For an 8x6, I'm actually gonna take two 8-footers, lay them out long ways, and then I took a 12-footer, and we cut them 5 foot 9 inches each. One quick thing to do before you box in your frame is I will put my two 8-footers together like this, and I'm going to pull, and I'm gonna mark my 2-foot centers. Now that they're marked straight across, I'm gonna box these ends in, and then we're gonna start cutting the inside runners. Remember, since we cut these 5 foot 9 inches, make sure your 8-footers on the outside and your 5 foot 9s on the inside. We're gonna take 3.5 inch screws and put this whole box together. We're gonna fill in our box now. We need to cut 3 of these. I got a 12-footer, and I'm gonna pull the 5 foot 9 inches again. Pull that 5 foot 9 from each direction. Don't try to add it all at once. You pull it from one end and pull it from the other end. That way you don't lose the blade width when you cut. From here, we're gonna throw a couple sheets of plywood on top of there to put the top in, and from there I'll show you what we gotta do after that. We gotta flip it over, start getting the legs on, the framework on. All right, we got it all screwed off. Now we gotta cut the other sheet of plywood, cut it in half, get a piece in there, get it screwed off, and then we're gonna flip that thing over and get to work on the framework. All right, there you saw it. I put the 2-foot mark on each side. And we took the chalk line, snapped the chalk line. We're gonna bust through this. That's gonna give us our other piece to go on here, and we're gonna be done with the top. So one little tip for finding rafters in between is find your screw holes from last time on the top piece. At every joint, you'll know to put one in here, and then you can actually go to the end of your board, and here's where your rafter starts. So then you've got a straight line between there and there. All right, our top's all screwed off. Now all we gotta do, we're gonna flip this platform over, and we're gonna add our legs in, and then we gotta start doing our cross bracing. So let's get this thing flipped over and get to work. I got these 8-foot legs carried up here and set out in the corners. What I'll do is I'll put them in the V, and I'll kind of tip them out, and then I'll run a couple 3.5 inch screws from each side, and then once I got them set, kind of tipped out like I want, I'll run a couple lag bolts into the legs to really hold them in there tight. So just a little trick is go ahead and start a couple screws. We got them screws started. Now what we're gonna do is just take this thing, pull it into this corner, and then tip it out against this V just a little bit. And that's gonna give us a wider stance on all that uneven ground that we're gonna be dealing with out there. And I'm gonna put a lag bolt in each side just to make sure that these are big and beefy. That leg will not go anywhere. That's solid. And once we get the other 4 legs on and we start doing our X bracing and some of our other V braces, this thing's gonna be solid as a rock. Let me get these other 4 legs put on, and then I'll show you how to do the cross bracing. Now what we're gonna do is we're going to actually X-brace the 8-foot long sides on here, and then we'll actually do more of a V-brace on the 6-foot side. As you can see, we've got the X-bracing done on the 2 8-foot sides. We're gonna come in here and we're gonna brace these 6-foot sides up. See, outside of this board, and we actually tucked it on the inside of the bottom lip here. And we're gonna screw through the All right, now on to the ladder. I like to cut my stairs 2 foot wide, 24 inches across. So that's what I do. I just cut the 2 or 4 steps, 24 inches across. So now we need to figure out a stair height. I'm gonna kick my boot up on here and mark it, and then we're gonna have to cut it down from, like I said, we got the kids and Brick's dad using it. So let's figure out what kind of height we need for our stairs. That'll let us know how many stairs we need. And we'll go. You know, we've got an 8-foot tower, so we're gonna use 12 footers for the sides. That's gonna give us extra room for the angle and extra room on top for a handrail for them little girls or Brick's dad to pick themselves up and get them on there. That 13-inch step's pretty simple, so that's what we'll do is we'll get in here and we'll mark all the way up both of our boards. That'll let us know exactly how many steps we need at that rate, and we'll get them screwed on. I've been using 3.5s to really set that stuff in deep in before, but if we do that now, we'll actually have a 1/2 inch sticking out the back, and that's gonna rake fingers and everything else. So definitely don't go past 2.5. What we'll do is we'll throw 2 or 3 screws on each side, actually fastening the ladder to the platform so that it doesn't try and slide one way or the other when they get up on it. Hope all this helped. Super easy. I'll get a parts list together. That way you know exactly the material you need. The ladder is fairly simple and stuff. You know, we're laying these 2x4s flat, and then we got these laid flat across it. They're gonna go 24 inches across. So that's what I do. I just cut the 2 or 4 steps, 24 inches across. Ladder's super simple. We went over the platform out there. If you go with the 8x6, you know, 8 foot this way, all your inside stuff's gonna be 5'9". But this will give you everything you need to get that tower and ladder built. And all you gotta do is pop your pop-up blind on top of it, put a deal in there to protect the top from falling in, and you'll be good to go. If you have any problems, hit me up on Instagram in the DMs. I'll help anybody out. Good luck out there, and I hope this helped.
We're adding new videos every week, so make sure to click that subscribe button and check out all of our amazing content. This episode of DoD TV was brought to you by Mossy Oak.